Could private equity be the gap closer the Big 12 needs to finally say we're on equal footing cash-wise? With the SEC and Big Ten, CBS is reporting, I'm calling it the Big 12's billion-dollar boost. Stick with me, guys, and we'll talk about it right after this word from our sponsors. This episode of Mountaineer Paul Talks Football is brought to you by Dutch Miller Automotive. Friends and family pricing means you get the best deal right up front on any new or pre-loved vehicle in stock every time. With brands like Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Kia, Hyundai, Ford, GMC, Buick, and Subaru, the Dutch Miller Automotive family has always grown, ready to put you in the car or truck you've been searching for. Check out our inventory across West Virginia at DutchMillerAuto.com or come in today to the home of friends and family pricing, only at a Dutch Miller Automotive store near you. And today's video is sponsored by Magic Shine Auto Spawn Tint in Morgantown, West Virginia. Magic Shine, your vehicle's care is their top priority. They use only the highest quality products to ensure your car not only looks its best, but is also protected and maintained with the utmost care. From window tinting with top-of-the-line Max Pro Tint, protective ceramic coatings from Diamond Protect, they've got you covered. Drive in today and experience the difference of Magic Shine Auto Spawn Tint, where your car shines like new. Shine on, Morgantown.
This is for Cameron.
What is up, guys? Welcome in. My name is Mountaineer Paul. This is another edition of Mountaineer Paul Talks Football, guys. And today we're talking about a pretty exciting topic. The Big 12 is investing is private equity is coming to college sports. It's been coming for a while, especially since the gap started to widen, in my opinion, for the Big Ten and the SEC. And so it's been coming, right? And Brett Yormark, it's looking like, will be the first commissioner to finally go this route. And you're basically betting on yourself here, right? But there's an article from Cbs Sports that really breaks this down and talks about it. So let's screen share for a second and break down exactly what this could mean for the conference, because I titled this video billion dollar boost for a reason. This is literally a possible $1 billion cash influx for the league, guys, putting us on equal footing with others cash-wise. Big 12 considering private equity investment up to $1 billion for as much as 20% of the conference. The proposed deal with a Luxembourg-based firm would bring a massive influx of cash to the league. Big 12 members are considering a first-of-its-kind private equity investment to ensure the league's long-term financial and competitive security, multiple sources tell CBS Sports. On the table is a possible cash infusion of $800 to $1 billion. $800 million to $1 billion from Luxembourg-based CVC Capital Partners in exchange for a 15 to 20% stake in the league, those sources said. A portion of the money would go directly to the 16 conference members, and the partnership would give the conferences access to CVC's investment services and clients, which is another pretty big perk of this. CVC is a global private equity giant that manages over $200 billion in investments worldwide, according to its website. The firm made a presentation to the league at a recent Big 12 spring meetings in Dallas. While one source subscribed to talks is pretty serious, many league presidents needed further convincing. Persons who spoke with CBS preferred to remain anonymous due to the sensitive nature of the discussions. No league has ever been this close to a private equity investment of this kind. Big 12 teams are currently earning $31.7 million each with Fox and ESPN in a media rights deal that ends in 2031. Added the cash infusion from private equity, and the two revenue streams will combine to give the Big 12 much closer to the Big 10 media rights deal, according to a person with intimate knowledge of the proposal. The Big 10 leads all conferences, with its schools set to earn approximately $75 million per year after it signed a new media rights agreement with Fox, CBS, and NBC. Oregon and Washington are not receiving full shares initially as they enter the league July 1st. Should the Big 12 and CVC come to an agreement, it is now not clear how soon a deal could be completed or when that money would start rolling into the conference. The CVC investment would likely require the Big 12 to stay together long term. That might require some sort of assurance for the CVC that a new grant of rights would be signed at 2031. The investment would certainly be a significant motivating factor to stay together, but with realignment, anything can always change quickly. The discussion is to the point that three sources told CBS Sports a small working group of 3 Big 12 presidents have started digging down on the proposal. Sources said Commissioner Brett Yormark had a prior relationship with CBC. Yormark would not comment when reached by CBS Sports. One of the motivating factors for the CBC is the considerable upside of the Big 12's value of media rights. According to sources who saw the presentation, the Big 12's current media rights deal is worth $2.3 billion. The league is currently fourth in average annual value for its schools among the Power Four, behind Big Ten, SEC, and ACC. A doubling of the Big 12 media rights would put the total value of the league at approximately $5 billion in its next negotiation. A 100% increase in value was deemed as reasonable by a media industry source contacted by CBS Sports. Media rights revenues for all FBS conferences have steadily increased in each of their recent negotiations. All Division I schools are searching for additional revenue streams after last month's House versus NCAA settlement. This is in the process of being presented to a district court judge for final approval. Revenue sharing with players is now a reality for the first time. If the settlement is approved, Power Four conferences will be allowed to share up to $22 million with athletes. As part of that settlement, schools will also consider adding scholarships to fully fund some sports. That's another added expense that can total $300 million over the next decade for those powerful core schools. Typically, private equity firms such as CVC invest for the long term in companies with a growth profile. They make their money when their investment grows, and they sell their stake. The industry term is called exiting the investment. They do well, said a person within the Big 12 who is familiar with the talks. Florida Athletic Director Mike Alford said he wasn't surprised a private equity firm was getting involved with the conference. Those inside the Big 12 continue to be impressed by Yormark's aggressive approach. His move to get the latest media rights deal done in October 2022 ahead of the Pac-12 eventually led to the collapse of the latter conference. He's throwing punches, one Big 12 source said. The dude is bold. He's all about it. He's bullish. Its U.S. investments include Petco, randomly. So, and it goes on to talk a little bit more about when it was founded. So, this is a pretty huge deal, right? A few things on this, guys, and I just have a couple points to make. First of all, if we could get closer to the other leagues financially, that's huge, right? I do think it's something that could really give us all hope that there's not going to be a Power Two, that those of us on this side of the equation, not looking down on others like to do that are in the SEC or the Big Ten, are worried about this. We are scared about this. We don't want to lose the access to the college football playoff, to play for a championship, no matter who you are. I don't care if you're Vanderbilt, even though they're in the SEC. That's a big deal to us. So this could allow us to stay in that conversation and possibly attract some teams maybe we wouldn't have had a chance to get otherwise. Maybe a Florida State, maybe a Clemson. I know that's not seem possible right now. I'm just throwing things out there that money can provide. You know, the Big 12 is – you could be a big fish in a small pond in the Big 12, and if you're making the same amount of money or close, that's pretty intriguing, you know. So a team like Notre Dame, who's been willing to take pay cuts in the past, although to remain unaffiliated with conference members is different. It's different, but I'm just saying teams are willing to take pay cuts to be happy. So do I think it's going to happen? I don't know enough about this, guys. This is not my area of expertise, but I'll say this. I don't see why I wouldn't. I think college football is got to be one of the fastest growing revenue models in the world. It continues to. It just said in the article that they expect the Big 12 to be doubled, if not more, by the next media rights deal. Put it and get it somewhere around $5 billion. Was that what they said? So if that's the case, then there's a lot of money in college football, and that's just the Big 12, not considering the other two. Now, there's a couple other points you can make on this. Well, what stops the SEC from the Big Ten from doing it and giving their people more money? I've seen that argument made, but why would they do it? In my opinion, sure, they can do it for the conference, but I don't see them giving the members any more money that they don't have to give them, right? Everybody's really satisfied with where they're at right now. So I would be kind of shocked if they did this just so they could stay further ahead, giving away money for that, because everybody's happy, like I said. So, but I could see other conferences like the ACC doing this to possibly, hey, look, maybe they get a little bit better deal with Florida State and Clemson involved if they stay, or something like that. Maybe they can offer the Big 12 teams more money, and this could shake things up. There's a lot of routes this could go. Obviously, there's nothing about the ACC doing this at the moment. But Brett Yormark, at the end of the day, guys, is a superstar, rock star. I'm imagining his time with the Brooklyn Nets. He had his dealings with CVC, although I don't know that to be a fact. I'm just taking a guess there, considering what I've read and researched. A lot of pro leagues are involved and pro teams are involved with private equity firms. And so I would imagine that move to Brooklyn, the big opening of the arena, everything they did, how they did it, how he was so instrumental in all that. He's been down this road before, knows how it works, and knows it can be beneficial. Look at the Brooklyn Nets and what they did with their profile. They went from New Jersey basically to Brooklyn, and with Jay-Z and everybody investing in them. And really that profile of the Nets went from probably lower half of the league to top of the league, top 10 of the league. So if not higher. So, he knows what he's doing here, guys. This is exciting. Obviously, I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know how long it's going to take. But the other thing about it is, can you convince, and how can you tell these people, hey, X, Y, and Z is going to stick together, because, are they going to have to sign another media rights thing with the equity firm, in order to keep everybody involved? Not media rights, but are they going to have to sign some kind of other contract to stay for the equity firm? How does that work? Maybe somebody can tell me. But how is the equity firm going to be assured that everybody sticks together in volatile college football? I just don't understand that. Now, maybe one or two teams don't matter here or there. I don't know. But I understand with the money's right, what's the point? Why would you go to a tougher league, right? So if we can get closer on the money, I imagine, we'll keep who we have and possibly add more. So I'm excited about this, guys. Don't forget to like the video. As always, subscribe to the channel and drop a comment below. Really appreciate that. I am a college football guy. I'm not an equity guy or a guy that knows a lot about financial stuff. But I'm bringing this to you because I've been asked by you guys to do more of this kind of content. So I gave my 2 cents on it. Hopefully it excites you like it does me, gives me hope for the future. This is some of the best news that I've seen in a long time. So thank you guys for sharing the video out, liking and all that kind of stuff. It means a ton. Keep coming back. If you're new around here, please subscribe. Oh, and by the way, free Garrett Green signed helmet. It's right here. You only have to do, and you have till the end of the month to get this done. So that's the 13th. What you have to do is go to wvinsiders.com. Go to Mountaineer Paul Talks Football, which is this show. Go to Hoops from the Hills, which is my basketball channel, and subscribe there. Then go to the forum and sign up on the forum. And make sure that your name is the same as it is on YouTube, or say at least what it is. Also, it's under Eat Shit Pit, just so you know. We are West Virginia fans around here, so hope you enjoy that. Hopefully a Pitt fan enters. That'd be really funny to see them say that to themselves. Other than that, guys, not a whole lot else to talk about here. Let's hope this happens. We'll keep you updated on it. Until next time, guys, this has been another edition of Mountaineer Paul Talks Football. This episode is over. I am out.
This is for Cameron. Tim Kim.